I'm Bhagath and co-founder of Dojima network. Today, I'm happy to present you an exciting project that can shape the future of cross-chain Web3 ecosystem. So, as everyone aware of Web3 ecosystem and evolution, it all started with simple decentralized cryptocurrency of Bitcoin in 2008, and then moreover layer 1 and layer 2s came up to solve different problems that Bitcoin couldn't solve, and started competing with each other to capture the market share. So the problem, you see, developers of decentralized applications are limited to its assets and dApps that build on that particular blockchain, where they can access the liquidity. So developers, yeah. So a lot of blockchain have their own architecture and language that they solve, and developers face the problem to adapt the language to develop decentralized applications. So there is no common interface that connects all blockchains with different architecture, where developers inhibit from expanding their wings. So there are a lot of cross-chain protocols that exist that solve messaging and liquidity, accessing liquidity, exchanging of assets. But there is a missing piece of infrastructure where there is a common execution of protocol or the contracts, where you can access different liquidity, different blockchain liquidity from one contract, where they code at one place, and they should be able to access different blockchain liquidity or assets via execution. So we are here to solve at Dojima network. Our aim is to build an omni-chain layer that connects all different blockchains architectures, where exchanging or staging or connecting to different blockchains from one place, and where there is this development and deployment of protocols at one place, single place with single token, and they should be able to access different blockchains. So we already launched our testnet EVM layer, which is appealing to more than 80% developers. For continuous development, we are engaging community with hackathons and workshops to gather feedback. And these are the protocols that are deployed on our testnet, omni-chain, on our omni-chain layer, and we are engaging with native protocols that are already deployed on single blockchains to experience the cross-chain experience via the Dojima network. So we are not just building an infrastructure, we aim to build cross-chain ecosystem products, where cross-chain wallet, cross-chain API service, cross-chain developer dashboard, where we include easy deployment and development of dApps with cutting-edge tech with AI and zero-knowledge proofs. So this is our team of 22 people, of 16 are tech and 6 are marketing from Africa, and we already secured seed fund of $1.3 million of 20 million valuation, and we already secured $300K for 40 million valuation, and we are having 10 million tokens. If it is $1, it's going to be $10 million company. So, yeah, thank you.
So you're taking them through the dev cycle for an app. If we are a group of developers, we develop, we deploy on your network, right? And then how do customers use that? How do you ensure that whole closure of the transaction through that?
So let's understand that there is an Ethereum, Polygon or any other blockchain. There are a lot of EVM blockchains, non-EVM blockchains where no logic execution is followed. If you take Bitcoin, there is nothing, you can just transfer. Ethereum, you have smart contracts where you automate the steps. And if you see RV, it's a storage where there is a limited execution but not like in Ethereum. So Solana, it's a Rust, Ethereum, Solidity, Bitcoin, JavaScript, just JavaScript. So lot of developers have to learn different languages to deploy the same. If you take Uniswap, you have to, it's an hit protocol on Ethereum, but they can't deploy on Solana because they have to learn Rust. So there is a limitation of, for developers that, and they have to deploy their contract with their own money on different protocols. That means they have to pay for deployment. So if you see at Dojima, there is a Solidity which is already used by a lot of Ethereum developers. No need to learn new language. So they deploy on our, means there are, how you are interacting with different protocols like Uniswap, there are different protocols, right? So you write instructions that, hey, I want to fetch liquidity from Uniswap or Banker. So similar instructions, you write cross-chain instructions where it tells, hey, I want to swap from Ethereum Uniswap to Solana, any protocol. So these execution will be there.
Well, but how do you differentiate versus other layer zeros?
Layer zero. You mean cross-chain?
Yeah.
So if you see, there are layer 0 and axillary thought chain. If you see layer 0, they are limited to EVM. That means they are dependent, their architecture is dependent on EVM events, token contract events. So they cannot deploy on Bitcoin or RV or Solana. So if you see axillary, they are just messaging. I'm a postman.
Actually, it could not be EVM because at one point you said only EVM.
Axillary.
No, you also do not EVM.
Yeah, we support non-EVM also, like Solana, RV, any other Bitcoin or anything. So axillary is just a messaging protocol.
So how do you handle the cross-chain commit question? Like you have a transaction commit on the first, failure on the second. How do you handle that?
So if you see,
How robust is that? I mean, everything is to handle it. How robust is that?
so now if you see our cross-chain execution, you submit a transaction on block that, hey, I want to do something on Ethereum that reflects on Solana. What they do is, in that particular block, they execute that transaction such that it submits, because blockchain is not about giving us the response. You just submit and you find your response, right? So we submit that request to blockchain and we track via scanning of blocks that, did I get response? So we run through scanning and then we reflect the response in the next block. So that's how we get request and response.
Those are technical limits. I'm talking about liquidity and other issues which show up because of things that are not the technical limits, but the other elements of failure. So how do you handle those?
So we have a lot of strategies to onboard liquidity, where we try to get existing protocols on top of Dojima network, where there are a lot of community users. Like if you want to bring Uniswap, there needs to be that brand, or they need to trust our security. Or we have several mini communities where, like, if you there are events that happen in college where you don't need to, I mean, the kind of events happen microeconomies.
You can ask just one question. Bhagath Reddy.
We are launching our StageNet in Q3.